Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be looking at Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Specifically, an article about her receiving this Legend and Groundbreaker Award at the 2025 Palm Springs International Film Festival.
Wow.
So, J-Lo, the global pop icon, but we're going beyond the music today.
Yeah.
And kind of digging into what this award signifies about her work as an actor.
I'm interested to hear that.
So, specifically focusing on all the strong and empowered women that she's played in film.
Yeah, I think that's what's really interesting about this award is that it's not just like a, kind of a lifetime achievement award.
Right.
It's really calling out this specific aspect of her career.
Exactly.
I think has been a constant throughout her filmography.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to look at today.
Yeah.
So one of the first projects that they highlight in the article is this movie, Unstoppable.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, so she plays Judy Robles, who is this single mother raising her son, Anthony, who is born with one leg.
Oh, wow.
And he becomes like a champion wrestler.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a really inspiring story.
Yeah, and I think what's really cool about this article is that it kind of draws this parallel between Judy's resilience as a character and, J-Lo's own journey as a Latino woman in Hollywood. And I mean, she's faced her share of challenges and overcome them, to achieve incredible success.
Right, and it's like she's taking those life experiences and channeling them into this performance.
Yeah.
And speaking of inspiration, there's this really great anecdote about Lopez encouraging the real Judy Robles to see herself as a role model.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty powerful.
That's really cool. And it shows like how much she like really connects with these characters on a personal level, and it's not just about like, oh, I'm playing this part. It's like, I'm really invested in.
Yeah, she's using her platform to like
uplift other women.
Yeah, and I think that's something we see throughout her career.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a one-off thing.
Right.
If you look at her upcoming project, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, which is premiering at Sundance.
Yes, Kiss the Spider-Woman. I love that.
Based on the novel and the Broadway musical.
Yeah. It's a really interesting choice for her. It's so different from like the early rom-coms that she was known for.
Totally. I mean, this is very a different kind of role for her.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know the story, she plays Aurora, who is this like glamorous film star who exists in the imagination of a gay man who's imprisoned in Argentina.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very complex
It's really different
role. It demands a lot of vulnerability and strength.
Yeah.
And what's really fascinating is that she's actually said that this is her favorite movie experience to date.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm really curious to hear why.
I think we all are.
Because it's such a departure from her typical roles. It is. And the article quotes her saying that, the film is really about love transcending boundaries and hardships.
Okay.
And I think when you consider her own life, navigating this very high profile career, relationships, motherhood, all in the public eye.
Right.
It's not hard to see why this theme might resonate with her so much on a personal level.
Okay, so it's like she's drawn to these roles that explore these really like human emotional themes.
Totally.
Even within genres that aren't always known for that.
Right. And it makes you think about like the evolution of her roles over time.
Yeah.
Early in her career, she often played characters who were very much defined by their beauty and their sensuality.
Right, like in Selena.
Exactly. Celine Out of Sight, kind of like playing into that sex symbol image.
Right.
But over time, she's really transitioned to these roles that showcase a more mature and nuanced kind of strength.
Yeah. And that reminds me of Hustlers, where she played Ramona, the mastermind behind this elaborate scheme.
Absolutely. Yeah, she was definitely sexy and alluring in that role.
Right.
But it was her intelligence and her loyalty to the other women that really made her powerful.
And it's that complexity that she seems to be cultivating now.
Exactly. And I think you see that with Judy in Unstoppable too.
Right.
She's dealing with the challenges of single motherhood, but she's also like championing her son's dreams.
Right.
These aren't just strong women. They're fully realized characters grappling with real world issues.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, are these conscious choices that she's making to play these roles that resonate with her own life experiences?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think it's fair to say that her choices do reflect a deeper understanding of the female experience.
Right.
The struggles and the triumphs that women face.
And there's this part in the article where she talks about this inherent strength in women.
Yes. That's one of my favorite parts of the article.
Right, and this constant need to, like, retrieve themselves.
She has this great quote where she says, "From the minute women are born, we're always having to show that we're good enough."
Yes.
And it's so true, isn't it?
It is.
Like, there's this constant pressure on women to kind of, like, justify their existence.
Right, and she goes on to suggest that this pressure can actually be like a source of resilience.
It forces women to develop this inner strength that helps them overcome obstacles and achieve their goals.
And it's not just like about being physically strong or assertive. It's like this inner resolve, this determination to defy expectations.
Like this fire in the belly.
Right, and I feel like that really permeates her roles, whether it's the single mother fighting for her son or the glamorous film star trapped in like this prison of the mind.
And it's interesting to think about how this theme of resilience resonates with audiences too. You know, you think about the critical acclaim she's received for Unstoppable and the buzz surrounding Kiss of the Spider-Woman.
Right.
It suggests that people are hungry for these stories that showcase this kind of female strength.
Right.
This ability to overcome adversity.
Yeah, so it's not just that she's choosing these roles, but it's also like audiences are connecting.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks to the power of representation. You know, when you see someone like Jennifer Lopez, a Latina woman who's achieved incredible success portraying these complex and multi-dimensional characters, it challenges stereotypes and expands our understanding of what it means to be a woman in today's world.
So it's like she's giving voice to these experiences.
Exactly.
Using her platform to really show the world that women are capable of anything.
Absolutely. And I think that message is even more powerful when you consider her enduring star power. I mean, she's been in the public eye for decades as there, and yet she's still evolving, pushing boundaries and challenging herself as an artist.
Right. And remember that part of the article?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like she feels like she's only halfway through her career?
Yes.
That blew my mind.
She said that her biggest successes are still ahead of her. I mean, that's incredible.
It's crazy.
It really speaks to her ambition and drive.
Yeah.
I mean, she's already an icon. She's achieved so much.
But she's still hungry for more.
Exactly. She's still hungry.
It's inspiring.
It is. It's really inspiring.
It makes you wonder what she's going to do next.
Right. What other groundbreaking roles is she going to take on?
Yeah.
What other stories is she going to bring to life?
Yeah. And how those choices will continue to like reflect this evolving conversation about women in society.
Absolutely.
About their resilience, their strength.
Their capacity for change.
Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah. This has been a really interesting look at her career.
Yeah, this deep dive has been awesome. I'm really glad we did this.
Me too. It's given me a whole new appreciation for her.
Yeah.
It's clear that she's more than just a pop star.
Right.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Both on screen and off.
Yeah, and that commitment to portraying these strong, empowered women.
Yes.
It's a statement.
It is. It's like a reminder that women can be vulnerable and powerful, complex and inspiring all at the same time.
Yeah. And it's a message that resonates far beyond Hollywood.
Absolutely.
It's a message for all of us.
It is. It really is.
So as we kind of go about our day, let's keep that in mind.
Yeah. Think about the women in your life.
Right.
The mothers, sisters, friends, colleagues.
Yeah.
Who embody this kind of strength and resilience.
And maybe even take a moment to reflect on your own journey.
Exactly.
What challenges have you faced?
What obstacles have you overcome?
Right. What inner strength have you discovered along the way?
Because ultimately that's the power of stories like Jennifer Lopez's. They remind us that we all have the capacity to be unstoppable.
Love that.
Me too.
So keep exploring, keep learning, keep diving deep.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
See you then.
It seems like she's really drawn to those roles that like explore those really human and emotional themes.
Yeah.
Even within genres that aren't typically known for that.
Exactly. And it's interesting to consider like the evolution of those roles over time. You know, early in her career, she was playing these characters who were very much defined by their beauty and sensuality. Like in Selena, Out of Sight, you know, kind of like playing into that sex symbol image.
Yeah.
But over time, she's really transitioned to these roles that showcase this more mature, nuanced kind of strength.
Yeah. And that reminds me of Hustlers.
Oh, yeah. Great example.
Where she played Ramona, the mastermind behind this whole elaborate scheme.
Absolutely. Yeah, she was definitely sexy and alluring in that role. But it was her intelligence and her fierce loyalty to the other women that really made her powerful.
Right. And it's that complexity that she seems to be cultivating now.
Exactly. And we see that with Judy in Unstoppable, too. You know, she's dealing with the challenges of single motherhood, but she's also championing her son's dreams.
Right.
These aren't just strong women. These are like fully realized characters grappling with real world issues.
Well, it's interesting to think like, are these conscious choices that she's making?
Right. Is she like seeking out these roles that resonate with her own life experiences, you know, her own journey as a woman?
Right.
It's hard to say for sure.
Right.
But I think it's fair to say that her choices do reflect this deeper understanding of the female experience.
Okay.
The struggles and the triumphs that women face.
Yeah. And there's this one part in the article that I really loved.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Where she talks about this inherent strength in women.
Yes.
And this constant need to prove themselves.
That's one of my favorite parts of the article.
Yes. And she says...
well, she has this great quote.
Yeah.
Where she says, "From the minute women are born, we're always having to show that we're good enough."
Yes.
It's so true.
It really is.
Like, there's this constant pressure on women to, like, justify their existence in a way.
Yeah. And then she suggests that this pressure can actually be like a source of resilience.
Yeah, it forces women to develop this inner strength that helps them overcome obstacles and achieve their goals.
Right. And it's not just about being like physically strong or assertive.
Right.
It's about this inner resolve.
Yeah.
This determination to defy expectations.
It's like this fire in the belly.
Right. And I feel like that really permeates all of her roles now.
It does. It's so
Whether it's, you know, the single mother fighting for her son, or the glamorous film star trapped in a prison of the mind.
It's interesting to think about how that theme of resilience like resonates with audiences too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you think about the critical acclaim that she's received for Unstoppable and the buzz surrounding Kiss of the Spider-Woman.
Right.
It seems like people are hungry for these stories that showcase this kind of female strength, this ability to overcome adversity.
Yeah, so it's not just that she's choosing these roles, it's also that, like, audiences are connected.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks to the power of representation.
Yeah.
You know, when you see someone like Jennifer Lopez, a Latino woman who has achieved incredible success portraying these, like, complex and multidimensional characters, it challenges stereotypes and expands our understanding of what it means to be a woman in today's world.
That's like she's using her platform to give a voice to these experiences and show the world that women are capable of anything.
Absolutely. And I think that message is even more powerful when you consider her enduring star power. I mean, she's been in the public eye for decades, and yet she's still evolving, pushing boundaries, challenging herself as an artist.
Remember that part in the article where she's like, she feels like she's only halfway through her career?
Yes.
That blew my mind.
Her biggest successes are still ahead of her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
It's insane.
It really speaks to her ambition and her drive.
Yeah.
You know, she's already an icon.
Right.
She's achieved so much.
But she's still hungry?
Exactly.
It's inspiring.
It is. It's really inspiring.
It makes you wonder, like, what she's going to do next.
Right. What other groundbreaking roles is she going to take on?
Yeah.
What other stories is she going to bring to life?
And how those choices are going to continue to reflect this evolving conversation about women in society.
About their resilience.
Their strength, their capacity for change.
It's exciting to think about.
You know, it's amazing how this whole deep dive into J-Lo's career started with just like one article about an award.
Right.
And we've uncovered so much about her commitment to playing these powerful women.
Yeah, it really highlights how even like the simplest stories can have these hidden layers of meaning.
Right. And speaking of layers, we've talked a lot about how Lopez chooses roles that showcase these strong women. But what's interesting to me is how these roles reflect like broader societal conversations.
Yeah, think about it. Like Judy Robles in Unstoppable, this single mother defying the odds, speaks to the struggles and triumphs of so many women out there.
Yeah.
And then you have Aurora in Kiss of the Spider-Woman, existing in this fantastical realm, that it makes us think about love and acceptance in the face of adversity.
So it's like she's holding up a mirror to society.
Right.
And prompting us to think about these important issues.
Exactly. Even if it's through the lens of entertainment.
Right. And that's what makes her work so compelling. It's not just entertainment.
Right.
It's about sparking these conversations, pushing boundaries, and making us think differently.
Absolutely.
So as you go about your day, keep this question in mind. How do the roles that Jennifer Lopez chooses reflect these broader societal conversations about women, resilience, and overcoming challenges?
It's a really good question.
Yeah, it's something to think about.
And, you know, maybe it'll even inspire you to seek out stories that challenge, uplift, and empower.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into Jennifer Lopez, the woman behind the icon.
It was a good one.
I think so. Until next time.
Yes.
Keep exploring, keep learning.
Keep learning.
And keep diving deep.
See you then.